Communications. So I will, we are, and what's probably worth noting as well, we are recording this webinar. So obviously once that's done, we'll release this so that anybody that wants to pick up on any parts, they can at a later date. Right, so welcome to the second webinar in our series. We'll be looking at how you can get started with Snom 3CX and ProVu. So in the previous webinar, we was talking about why you should choose us three as partners altogether, and this one is just about getting people started. So as you can see, there's three of us in today. So obviously I'm Craig Herritt, Sales Director of ProVu Communications, and we have Paul Clark here. Hi, Paul.
Morning, Craig. Morning, guys.
We also have Neil Laxman from Snom, who's a pre-sales engineer. Hi, Neil.
Good morning.
Excellent. And the agenda, just so we'll aim to do 20 to 30 minutes maximum, and we're going to have some bits at the end. But the agenda is getting started with 3CX, which Paul will obviously take us through. Integrating Snom with 3CX, which Neil will have the floor, and then I'll just round up with why partnering with ProVu makes sense with 3CX and Snom. And then right at the end, we'll answer any questions that you guys may have. So in the interim, there's meeting chat to the right of your screen, white box at the bottom. Pop any questions you have in there, and then what we'll do is we'll do that round up at the end. If there's any questions in there we can't answer today, we'll take a note of them, and then obviously we'll fire out an email to everybody that's attended with the answers to those later on in the week. So I'll now hand over to Paul for getting started with 3CX.
Thank you, Craig. Right. Good morning, guys. Some names I recognise, some names that are not familiar to me. For those of you that do know me, sorry, my name's Paul Clark. I am the channel manager for the UK and Ireland for 3CX. And in the next 10 minutes, what I'll do is I'll go through the new partner program. But first of all, to those that have attended, if you're not a 3CX partner, and I will put the link in the chat bar for the application a little later, what do you get from 3CX as a 3CX partner? To start with, we give you two, not for resale license keys, so two professional license keys. It's got all the bells and whistles in it for you to deploy in-house, to have a play with. For those of you that may know 3CX, it's software-based, so you can deploy in the cloud as easily as you can deploy it on-premise, and you can run it either on Windows or a Linux OS. You get access to our technical support guys for a minimum of 90 days. And that means that we actually have a trainer that will take you through the installation and even assist you with your first deployment. There's online training and certification, which is a series of video tutorials which you can go through at your own pace. Again, if you are a partner and you haven't sat the basic certification, then I would recommend you do so. There is a clue in the name, it is basic. Face-to-face training every 2 months. Every two months we trawl around the UK and we invite the partners to us and we deliver the intermediate and advanced training in person. We also give you a sales and marketing kit. So everything that we use internally, you get access to. So you've got PDS, you've got Y3CX, and all the sales collateral you should need. And excuse me, all of that costs you nothing. There's no cost, no commitment. All that we ask is that you sell a minimum of one 3CX license every 6 months. Now, for those of you that are partners, you will have noticed that the partner program has changed. We've simplified it. It used to be points-based and certification-based. That's gone in the bin for a number of reasons. It was complicated. Partners didn't know what points were attributed to what licenses. So we said, okay, fine, can that, and whatever you sell, we will attribute to a virtual bank account for your partner status. So everything that's got a 3CX badge on it, you sell, you get the credit for. We've lowered the certification levels for each partner, and we will get to that in the next slide or two. We've increased the level of support that we give our partners, and we've increased the discounts. So we've made everything a lot easier for the partners. Excuse me, I'm just about to cough. Right, so new partners. As I say, if you're not a new partner, I'll put the link on, go to 3CX, apply, or you can go via ProVu. You join as an academy partner. Now, our goal is to incentivize you to start selling 3CX and deploying it faster. So we, as I say, we give you all of the support we can. You get proactive support from your partner account team, which is technical support and sales. So you get pre and post sales support. You get a 15% margin on anything you buy that's got a 3CX badge on it. And as I've already mentioned, we will offer you technical support to install and configure your first implementation. Now that's really to show you how easy it is. And of course, the demand on technical support should then be lessened as you increase up the partner channel. Now, if the 90-day lapses and you haven't made a sale, you drop down to what we refer to as an affiliate, which is a 10% margin. And the only way you can access technical support is by buying tickets. And just for the record, a ticket is £75. So it's worthwhile sort of moving up the partner channel, because from Academy up, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, you get free technical support. The levels are there and actually not that demanding, bearing in mind that we give you the end user value. So if you sell something to a customer of yours, regardless of the discount that you purchase it for, and it's £1,000, we will credit, as I say, your virtual 3CX bank account with £1,000. So it doesn't matter what discount you're buying it at, you get end user price. As you can see, the figures there, and again, they're in dollars. It's regardless of what you transacting, dollars, pounds, euros, those figures are exactly the same. So to be a bronze partner, £625 in a quarter, and you need to do the basic certification, which is why I'm saying if there are any partners there that haven't got the basic certification under their belt, and it is basic, and you've got more than £625 in your virtual account, then please get through the account. It took me 11 minutes during my lunch break. Silver, as I say, we've kept the levels down. There are advantages with getting to silver over bronze, obviously, but we do expect a higher revenue, so £1,250. Gold, you need the basic and intermediate certification, and £3,125 in your account. And you need all three, basic, intermediate, and advanced, if you want to be platinum, plus, as I say, a balance of 6,250. So the certifications are there, available online, and they are key to your partner status. You can be the best partner in the UK, in your region. If you're not basic, intermediate, and advanced certified, then we're not going to promote you, unfortunately. It's the system checks every night. It's an automated system. We can't manually adjust it. So the certifications are key. So as you go up the levels, you reap the benefits. As I've mentioned, as when you join as a partner, we give you two, not for resale license keys, two professional keys for you to play with. You have a primary key. Now, as soon as you make it to a bronze partner, we upgrade your primary key to an 8 simultaneous call license. You get to a silver partner, we increase the margin. Now, bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, the margins go up. Gold and platinum get priority support. The SLA for a gold and platinum partner is 30 minutes, with an aim to answer the tickets in 10. Now, bronze and silver, standard support SLAs, which is 2 working days. But as you can see, as a platinum, you get a much greater margin. You get premier support. And we upgrade your NFR key, your primary NFR key, to a 32 simultaneous call enterprise license. Now, the thing to bear in mind, bronze, silver, gold, or platinum, regardless, for the UK, and you can see the countries that are listed there, we are implementing Google Locate. So somebody goes on to the 3CX website, looks at the Find a Reseller page, puts in their postcode, and it will specify, or they can specify sort of the radius that it searches, but it will search all partners. So you've got the opportunity then of leads from the 3CX website, plus we get leads directly. We don't deal directly with end users, so we pass those out to the nearest partner. It all starts now, and it all started actually on the 1st of January. And the good news is you've got until the end of Q2, the end of June, before any changes will be implemented. So you've got until the end of Q2 to get, if you're not already a bronze partner, a minimum of £625 in your bank account. At the beginning of Q3, your account will be assessed and your partner status will be judged by what's in your account. The thing to bear in mind is promotions are immediate. So if you've got the basic certification, you get the £625. You are promoted, as I say, when the system checks during the evening, and you're not actually demoted, for those that may be on the cusp of being demoted, until the end of the quarter. Promotions are immediate, demotions are quarterly. Now, the allocation of revenue is key. So historically, we were able to assign partners license keys to partners' accounts. We can't do that now. You have to do it yourself. So when you activate a license key, it's imperative that you activate it using your reseller ID. If you don't put your reseller ID in, you don't get the license key assigned to your portal. And more importantly, you don't see the revenue attributed to your account. For upgrades, renewals, maintenance renewals, you need to ensure, because we do get partners, excuse me, that pick up other customers. Now, if you transact before that license key is on your portal, then you won't see the revenue. So again, before you make any transactions to customers you've picked up, you need to ensure that that key is on your portal. You can do that by logging into the management console and just linking their PBX to your partner ID. That's the partner program from me. As I say, I will put the link in the chat box, and then if you've got any questions, we'll pick them up at the end. And I'd like to hand you over now to Neil from Snom.
Superb, thank you, Paul. So, great run through of the 3CX partner program. I'm going to take it a little bit off piece to bits, and oh, that's my other phone ringing. And actually start talking about some of these Snom devices. And I will come round through to the Snom partner program as well. So do stay tuned for that piece. But I just want to kind of cover off where we are sitting in the term of actually, you know, what does Snom do? What can we offer alongside the 3CX platform? And the nice thing is, IP endpoints, we do those because that is the bread and butter of pretty much any system that you sell. And we do two core ranges, the D3 range and the D7 range. The great thing is that they actually have the same functionality across both ranges. It's just a form factor conversation that your customers can choose what type of device they'd like on their desk. Now, if you can see my pointer here, you'll be able to see that actually, whilst I have put the nice big flashy color screen picture at the top of the, or in the middle of the screens, we do offer a whole range on both of these model ranges, starting from the more cost-effective low-end models, all the way up to nice big color screens and configurable buttons. So pretty much all customer types can be catered for. Alongside that, we offer the full stack around that for devices, so such as being able to add in extra button modules. We offer a dedicated button module for both devices, and you can stack up to 3 of those alongside, so all those receptionists can definitely have all of their buttons there and programmed. And as well as that, we do have our own headset ranges. So whether it's a single ear device that you need, dual ear devices, we can do those as well. All the way through to coming soon, we've got a wireless device coming alongside that to really start to flesh out that headset range there. So you can offer your customers the nice and secure 3CX backend with a Snom end-to-end piece on the desktop. So you don't have multiple vendors, multiple people to chase down if there is an issue or compatibility situation happening. It's all end-to-end on by the Snom on the desktop. Now, IP endpoints are great because we can do more than just have a desk phone. We can do things such as multi-cell and single-cell DECT devices. So when I say DECT, this is a wireless type device. It's not using your standard 5 gigahertz or 2.4 gigahertz wireless. It is using a business level DECT connectivity. So you can see here, we've got our single cell, and I put down here the M215, which is the kind of starting point for that. We can have up to 6 handsets registered on that. So great for a small office or home user type situation. Multiple handsets can run off that, but it is just a single base station. Moving forwards, we are going to have an intermediate product, which is sitting there in the single cell piece, just increasing the number of handsets, but moving all the way up to, as you can see here, 1,000 handsets and 250 base stations, which is pretty large, right? So we can kind of cover that whole piece. So whether you are just a single office or home type user, or whether you are just a massive building and logistical warehouse type situation, we can cater to both of those pieces. One step forwards, and I just want to do a quick talk on conference devices. Now, we're using the great 3CX collaboration platform right now. Now, that's great, it's all over the web, but a lot of conferencing is still done voice only. So we have to cater to this market, and the way that we do that is through a really nice device. So moving forward, we still got the meeting point as part of our range. Moving forward, you've got the C250, which you can see here with its wireless mic, so you're not tied down to all huddling around one single device. There's no cables dragging for it. You can have them wireless. They will charge in the C250 in the cradle there as well, and you can move those around. And actually, that's great for a kind of horseshoe type table or meeting room. But you might say, you know what, I've got customers with larger rooms. So we can actually enhance that further with expansion devices, the C52s. You can see here, we can add up to 3 of those on to the C520, which is great, especially in that situation where you have the meeting room which closes up and diverts into multiple other rooms if needed. You can just pack them away, you can move them around, and they all communicate via DECT. So once again, that nice solid connectivity between device to device. Moving forwards, it's great, to say, you know what, our core go-to-market might be with Snom or it might be with someone else, but the key thing really is to say, you know what, whoever you choose, and hopefully you'll choose Snom, is that if you do choose Snom, we have a rich roadmap going forwards. So you can see how I've done best efforts to hide the images because I'm not really meant to show them. But I think you can pretty much gather what kind of what they look like at a high level. I haven't bothered with the white ones, so a lot of demand we've had to bring back our white models. So these are going to be standard line items that you can just order. There's no kind of compatibility issues because it's using the same software, same firmware. So it's pretty much a like-for-like device. You can ask your customers, hey, do you want a white device? Do you want a black device? And your customer can kind of take control in that piece. Alongside that, we are, like I said earlier, increasing our DECT footprint. Our next DECT release is going to be a new base station, which is sitting just a little bit higher than the M215 and just able to take up more devices on that single cell. So actually, if you do have an office, customers with offices which do have larger amounts of people in and they all want to have wireless type devices, we can cater to that. That's no issue. Over here, bottom left-hand corner, just underneath the big confidential piece, we have a new idea, which is all around saying, you know what, customers do like to have a Wi-Fi connected phone. They want to have maybe DeX running from their IP endpoint as well. So instead of going down the route of just packaging it into every device that we do, we thought we'd make it a la carte. So actually, this is great for you guys because it means that you save money. You're not selling features which not every customer wants. So you can just have it as a little option on the side saying, hey guys, do you want to have a Wi-Fi enabled device in this office? Yes, that'd be great because we don't have cabling in there. So you can just add that on a la carte as needed. And once again, moving forwards, talking about wireless, and I'd mentioned this a bit earlier, we are coming out with a wireless headset. Now, I know there's a lot of wireless headsets out in the market, same as there's a lot of cabled headsets. And we kind of took a step back and said, okay, right, how can we really differentiate ourselves in this piece? So obviously, we sat back and we looked and said, okay, what do people want? They want something that looks good. Now, I know you can't see the picture that well, but trust me, it does look good. They want something reliable. Well, Snom reliability is pretty much what we're known for. But they also want something that's that is comfortable and actually wears nicely. And that's really where we went to town on it. So we sat back and we thought, okay, if we're going to do this, we're going to make one which is seamless. You're not even going to notice it's on your head. It's going to be sitting there. It's one of the lightest on the market. All these nice type things. So someone can sit there with that DeX headset on their head and they won't even notice it's there. So that's great. We're talking about all these lovely kind of periphery devices and maybe a bit more niche use cases in DeX and the white devices. Don't worry, we are still concentrating on our IP endpoints. So we do have new devices coming out there as well. The D735 is on its way. And alongside that, a little bit later down the line, we'll have the D335, so just the other form factor. Once again, I pixelated the image, but you can pretty much guess what it looks like. It's got a nice color screen. It's got buttons on, pretty much what you expect from a phone. Now, I've made a little note here saying touch is overrated. And you know what? That is very true. When you've got a touch device, it just gets scammed up with fingerprints, ends up looking a little bit messy unless someone just keeps looking after it. So what we did, said we're not going to go touch on this one. 735, you can kind of tell it's a mid-range device. And instead, not go touchscreen, but do more around gesture. So it's not full gesture enabled, but it is using sensors and clever technology in the back end to say, okay, right, let's do more context aware menus and things like that. When I can see you coming towards me, you're going to that area. So I'm going to give you a context aware menu for that area. So some pretty exciting stuff coming through. And I'm pretty sure we're meeting all those different kind of different user use cases as we move forwards. So that's a little bit about our roadmap. I did say we were going to talk about, we've got a quick question, so I'll just answer that before I move on to the partner program. So will all handsets be compatible with the Wi-Fi adapter? Very good question. And I would love to say, yes, every handset ever created by Snom will be compatible with that. Now, I think we can all say that's probably not going to be the case. All handsets currently available, potentially. I mean, obviously, to start with, we are going to say definitely the top end ones. I would like to see, as when that comes out in a month or two, that pretty much the entire range that we do now will be. I think if there's any limitations, it will be on the on the very low end, maybe the D315, the D712, things like that. That we might say, okay, this one isn't. But we are going to try and make it as open as possible so that you don't have these limitations to selling to your customers. So, like I said, I can't give you a totally firm answer on that one yet, but I would hope that that it is going to be as open as possible. But we will see as we move forwards. So the partner program, this is very similar to how 3CX have kind of taken a step back and said, you know what was working previously, we need to readjust and we need to change that. We've done the same. So we used to have a partner program and it worked in a certain way, but actually we thought we can make this work better. So how do we make it work better? Well, we make there no commitment. So let me bring back my pointer. Here we go. I'm going to highlight this piece. You don't really even need to do anything. You can just sign up and you can get a free phone. So that's, there's no commitment on that. It's just signing up, putting in your company details, creating an account, and you can claim a phone. There you go. I've circled that piece there in red. And the phone choice is between the M215, the single cell DECT, is the 315 or the 715. So all fairly low end models. And you might say, yeah, okay, that's nice enough. It's a free phone, blah, 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 blah. But we'd rather try the D765 because we've got a customer that we want to sell it to. Well, that's great, because I'm not even bothered about doing that through the partner program. Just pick up the phone, speak to us, send me an email, whatever it is, speak to ProVu, and we will send you one free of charge. So whatever you want, let us know. We'll send it to you free of charge, so you can evaluate, you can test it, or if you want to be a bit cheeky, just put it on your own desk and use it yourself. And I'm happy with that, okay? Because I don't mind if you want to use it yourself, because anyone who's using Snom pretty quickly changes their mind and says, okay, right, this is definitely what we want to sell to our customers. So that's great. We get a free phone. We've signed up. Partner.snom.com. You can see it just up here. I'll put the link in the chat window in a minute. So we get that free phone. We've signed up. What else can we do from the partner program with Snom? Well, firstly, we have 3 different tiers of partner. We've got registered, we've got silver. So you can see here, I've created my own account and made myself silver. So that's great for me. And we've got gold at the top level. So what's the differences? Well, registered is pretty much just a case of, we know who you are, you know who you are, you've claimed your free phone. And there's a few other benefits that are coming down the line here. Silver and gold is where it starts to get a bit more differentiated. So I put down here, grow with Snom, make more money through rebates. The key piece to this is that silver and gold partners can add the devices that they've bought through ProVu or any other distributor. They can add that onto the portal and they can say, this is what I've bought, give me some money back. And we will do that. We'll give you money back. We'll give you a rebate for every device that you sell, ranging, from the maybe a smaller rebate for the lower end devices to quite a decent, significant rebate on the higher end devices. So pretty much any device that you sell, you'll be able to claim money back on and do whatever you want with it, whether it's to just affect your business bottom line, to help you win that deal. Thank you, Paul. He's put the link in there to the partner program. So yeah, whether it's to lower your prices to win the deal, or just to help your bottom line as a business moving forwards, to tell your sales team, guys, if you sell these, you're going to get money back. That's a great way. All these great ways of doing it. That sometimes doesn't help you enough to win the deal. So I've just made a note over here: always win the deal with project pricing. So this isn't part of the partner program. But this is just me saying, if you've got a deal and you need to win it and you're not sure you're going to at the current pricing, even with rebates or not, let us know and we will create a project pricing for you to help you win that deal. Okay, so don't be a stranger. Just let us know. Go through ProVu, go through 3CX. They can all come to us. They can all get us involved, and we can all work together to win that deal. Moving forwards, there's a few new areas that are going to be added to the partner portal. You can see down at the bottom left-hand side, marketing materials to be added soon. So fun stuff like case studies. You want to go out to a customer, show them some case studies. This is what Snom can do. This is some innovative things that they're working on with other customers, and we can do this with you as well. We'll be able to supply you those types of materials. As well as that, Paul mentioned with 3CX, obviously they've got their training modules and sessions. We are also coming out with that. So whether it is a basic case of the sales training, which is going to be pretty much a 20-minute well, not webinar, but 20-minute online test or so. And trust me, you won't need to revise for it because it's going to be pretty simple, pretty easy. It lets you put that nice little badge on yourself saying, hey, we are Snom accredited, we are Snom certified to sell. And the one step up from that is the Snom certified engineer, which we can set up training sessions for you. ProVu can do training sessions with you as well, which allows you to take that one step further and say, yep, we're accredited to sell. We can have that nice badge, but we've also got Snom certified engineers. We can go hand in hand to your customers and give them the validation that they need, that they are buying the right solution from you guys, because you've done all the best efforts that you need to. So the Snom Partner Program, it is new, it is being constantly enhanced. It's free to sign up, you get your free phone, and we'll support you as much as we can as long as you engage us moving forwards. So I'm just going to kind of recap some of the key points, really. Win with Snom, right? That's kind of my title here. I've put down smart, desirable devices because that's at the core of everything that we do. We try and make devices that look great on the desktop, whether you're a business user, whether you're a home worker, whatever the case is. We try and make devices that really fit that need. So we want the users to be able to want that device on the desktop. So that's one of our key pieces. And alongside that, yes, we can make a device that looks good, but it's no good if it's not very good. Too many goods there. But something Snom has always been known for is that stability. So we are still enhancing that stability. We're still working to make it even better. The security and the stability side is something that's always at the forefront of our mind, to make sure that we don't ever start to lapse on that. So we have very stable devices, working with ProVu, working with 3CX all the time to make sure that any issues are quickly resolved. So we've got these nice devices on the desktop, they're stable, but if a user can't use it, if it's not intuitive, then there's no point to it once again. So once again, we always make sure that our UI, our user interface, is as friendly and as easy to use as it can be. So it's pretty intuitive. You can just go to any Snom phone and say, right, what do I want to do? I want to do this. And even if it's a slightly more enhanced functionality, it should be pretty easy to just pick up and run with it. Talking about user friendliness, we also do things in a bit more uniquely with unique propositions, such as the PA1, which allows you to just bring in legacy infrastructure, such as loudspeakers and PA systems that maybe a customer doesn't want to replace at this time, and just add it to the IP network. There's no reason why we can't do that. So the PA1 allows us to do that using some old analog devices, etc. Create it on the IP network, and we can just move forwards, create a full solution around that as well. And just to reiterate, win every deal, get us engaged, and we will help you. Because, as I said earlier, there's no reason why there should be any limitation on winning with Snom. If you have an issue, just let us know, and we'll work with you, whether it's through meeting the customer, talking to the customer, helping you sell, or whether it's through pricing. We will work with you to help you win that deal. Now, you are probably a little bit sick of my voice, so I'm going to move on now, and there's some contact details. If you want to steal them, please do. I'll happily answer any emails or any phone calls that you might send me. Obviously, any other ways to get hold of us is through ProVu. I think 3CX obviously can also involve us here as well. So if you reach out to anyone on this call, that we'll all be able to link up at the end of it. Okay, so thank you for your time today. I hope some of you will take the opportunity to jump onto the partner portal, register, claim your free phone, and like I said, if you don't want the ones that we are offering, just let me know and I'll get you what you do want. Okay, cool. I'm going to hand over to Craig now.
Thanks, Neil. Okay, so why should you tie it all together with ProVu? So what I'm going to do just in the meeting chat part is I've just put down a free download. Some of you may already be partners and have this, but for those of you that have not looked at 3CX, there's a free download there. So obviously click on it, download the platform, and have a play. So why order from ProVu? So we are the UK's largest Snom distributor. We hold the highest quantities of stock. So if you sell a deal, you're going to then be able to fulfill it via us. We supply a wide variety of products, which enables you to supply the entire solution. So as you can see from the pictures, we've got IP audio there, IP door entry. And we supply everything that you could possibly think of to complete your customer's project. Our team is 40% in a technical role, so we're extremely technical here. So if you've got any problems, or if you've got to build a solution, or you want to work out how things are going to work, use us in that consultative manner. It's one of the things that we're very unique at. We provide both pre and post-sales support. And this is the thing that really makes us different. So our systems are integrated with 3CXs for automated ordering. So rather than wait for someone to process your order, send that to 3CX, and then deploy a license to you, the moment you place the order, it automatically goes to 3CX. 3CX's system automatically passes us back the license, and that is automatically passed straight through to you. So in order to make things easy and quick to deploy, then again, it makes perfect sense to use us. We also assisted Snom in the development of their provisioning server, and we have our own provisioning platform and management platform as well. So again, if you put your order on, you've got your order for 3CX, which is automated straight back to you. Very quick, very easy to deploy. And then with your endpoints, it will come through to us on the process, or we'll go into APIs in a second, with your provisioning details on it. Those phones will be delivered to you or your customer pre-provisioned, so they're just very, very simple and easy to deploy. Plug them in and they'll provision. You can integrate your entire system to us. So lots of our customers use our API, so they might be using something like Salesforce or their own CRM system or web interface. Someone will place an order on their website or take an order on Salesforce. The API from Salesforce or that platform will then link directly to us, pass us all the information that we require, place the order, and again, the license is automatically sent to 3CX. The license is returned, sent back to you to deploy, and your endpoints are provisioned and sent straight out. So really makes an awful lot of sense when you're trying to do things quick and easy, and obviously less mistakes. We also do bespoke APIs to suit you. We have an automatic ordering system, which is from your system to ours, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. And you've also got the opportunity to send in POs, obviously through business hours, but also to place orders on our web portal as well, Process, which again operates 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We provide Snom online training courses, so it makes it easy for your guys to sell Snom. We run accredited 3CX basic training courses, and we've got some coming up at the moment. So at the moment, we've got some scheduled in our Huddersfield office, but we will looking shortly to run some further south. We offer marketing collateral, so we have all images, data sheets, and product information readily available for your sales team or for your marketing to push out and drive that business for you. So as you can see there, the first step to register a ProVu is to click on that link or write that link down, so www.provu.co.uk/reseller. If you go there, they'll ask you a few questions. Fill those in, and then we'll register you as a reseller. And that's it. There was that one question that Neil had already answered, which was, will all handsets be compatible with the Wi-Fi adapter? What I can safely say is that ProVu, being a technical company, will test every single product that Snom has out there, and then we will follow that up with what this is compatible with. So I hope you've all enjoyed our webinar. Hopefully it wasn't too long. We've only run a few minutes over schedule, but this is recorded. We'll be releasing this again shortly. So that's it.
Super. Thank you, Craig.
Right. Does anybody have any questions?
Looks like not. Okay, well, you've got our email addresses, so by all means, if you've got any other questions, fire them through to us. And thank you very much for attending.
Thanks very much, guys. Take care. Have a good day.
Thank you all.